Welcome to English literature class, my dear students of class 11th. Now I am going to start just after line number 70, Act 3, Scene 2. Ariel says, "Thou liest. You are telling a lie." Speaking invisible to Stefano. "You are lying, you are telling a lie." As Ariel is invisible. Stefano said, "Do I so? Take thou that." Stefano says, "Am I telling lies? Then you take this." And he strikes Trinculo. The speaker is Ariel, but Stefano thinks that the speaker is Trinculo. That's why he strikes Trinculo. He says, "As you like this, give me the lie another time. If you are like being treated, thus contradict me again." If you like being treated, thus contradict me again. Trinculo says, "I did not give the lie out over your wits, and hearing too, a plague or your bottle, this can sack and drinking do. A murrain on your monster, and the devil take your fingers." Trinculo says, "I did not contradict. I did not deny the truth. You have become confused and deaf. You have become confused and deaf. A curse be upon your bottle. Due to excess drinking of wine, your mind has become upset. Such are the outcome of too much drinking." This is the outcome, this is the result of too much drinking, as you are confused and deaf. A curse on your monster. May the devil take your fingers. Caliban says, "Ha ha ha." Caliban laughs here. Stefano says, "Now forward with your tale." To Trinculo he says, "Prithee, stand further off." Stefano says to Caliban, "Carry on. What you wanted to say, now forward with your tale. Now continue with your tale." And to Trinculo he says, "I request you to stand far away from us. You stand aloof from here." Caliban says, "Beat him enough. After a little time, I will beat him too." Caliban says to Stefano, "Give him a sound beating. Severe beating. After a while, I will also beat him." Stefano says, "Stand further. Come, proceed. Stand far away from us. Come and proceed with your story." He says to Caliban. And he says to Trinculo, "Stand far away from us." Caliban starts his story. As I told thee, it is the custom with him in the afternoon to sleep. There thou mayest brain him, having first seized his books, or with a log batter his skull, or punch him with a stake, or cut his vizard with thy knife. He says, "As I told you, it is Prospero's habit, it is his habit to sleep in the afternoon. There you may knock out his brains. But first you must take away his magic books." First of all, magic books must be taken away from there. And after that, you may knock out his brains. Then you can knock out his brains or rip open his stomach, belly with a stake, or cut his throat with your knife. Remember first to possess his books, for without them he is but a sot, as I am, nor hath not one spirit to command. They all do hate him as rootedly as I. He says, he gives the idea to Stefano that remember first to take away his magic books, because without them he is helpless like a drunkard like me. Nor does he have even one spirit to command. If the books will not be there, he won't be able to command the spirits. All the spirits deeply hate him, as I do. Burn but his books. He has brave utensils, for so he calls them, which when he has a house, he will deck withal. And that most deeply to consider is the beauty of his daughter. He himself calls her a non-peril. I never saw a woman but only Sycorax, my dam, and she. But she as far surpasseth Sycorax, as greatest does least. He says to Stefano, Caliban says to Stefano, he burn his books. He has a lot of fine implements. That is what he calls them. He says that when he has a regular house, he will decorate it with them. He says. Prospero says, when he has a regular house, permanent house, he will decorate it with the books, with them. However, a matter of concern is the beauty of his daughter, which he says is matchless. He says that my daughter's beauty is matchless. I have never seen a woman except my mother Sycorax and his daughter. But her beauty surpasses Sycorax, as the highest surpasses the lowest. Her beauty, Miranda's beauty, surpasses. She is extraordinarily beautiful. He compares her beauty with his mother Sycorax and says, her beauty, Miranda's beauty, surpasses Sycorax, as the highest surpasses the lowest. Stefano says, is it so brave a lass? Master, I will kill this man. His daughter and I will be king and queen. Save our graces, and Trinculo and thyself shall be viceroys. Dost thou like the plot, Trinculo? Stefano says, if she is so beautiful, she is extraordinarily beautiful. Master, I will kill this man. And I and his daughter will then be the king and queen of this island. May God bless the royal couple. Trinculo and yourself will be viceroys. Do you like the plan, Trinculo? Trinculo says, excellent plan. Stefano says, give me thy hand. I am sorry I beat thee, but while thou livest, keep a good tongue in thy head. Stefano says, give me your hand. I am sorry I beat you, but I warn you to speak politely as long as you live. Caliban says, within this half hour will he be asleep? Will thou destroy him then? Caliban asks Stefano. Within half an hour he will asleep. He means Prospero will asleep. Will you then get rid of him? then you will kill him. Stephano says, "A, on mine honor." "Yes, I swear by my honor." Ariel says, "This will I tell my master." As you know, that Ariel is invisible. He listened whatever they talked, and he said that this will I tell to my master. Caliban says, "Thou makest me merry, I am full of pleasure. Let us be jocund. Will you troll the catch you taught me but while earth?" Caliban says, "You make me so glad. I am full of pleasure. I am too much glad. I am full of pleasure. Let us be joyful." Jocund means joyful. "Will you sing the song that you taught me a short time ago?" Stephano says, "At thy request, master, I will do reason." And reason, "Come on, Trinculo, let us sing." They sing, "At your request, master, I will do anything that is reasonable. I will sing. Come on, Trinculo, let us sing." They sing. "Flout them and scout them and scout them and flout them. Thought is free." They sing. "Mock them and challenge them and mock them. Thinking is free from restriction, boundation, limitations." Caliban says, "That is not the tune. That is not the tune." Ariel plays the tune on a tabor and pipe. Here, Ariel plays the tune on a tabor and pipe. Both are the musical instruments. Stephano says, "What is this same? What music is this?" Trinculo says, "This is the tune of our catch, played by the picture of nobody." "That is the tune of our song, played by some invisible person, because no one is here." Stephano says, "If thou beest a man, show thyself in thy likeness. If thou beest a devil, take it as thou list." Stephano says, "If you are a man, show your identity. Who are you? Why you are invisible? Show your identity. If you are a devil, take my remark as you please." Trinculo says, "Oh, forgive me my sins." Feeling frightened, he got frightened and says, "Oh God, forgive my sins." Stephano says, "He that dies pays all debts. I defy thee, mercy upon us." Stephano says, "He who dies says all his debts. I defy you. May God have mercy on us." Caliban says, "Are thou afeard? Are you, all of you are afraid?" Stephano says, "No, master, not I. I am not." Caliban says, "Be not afeard. Be not afeard. The isle is full of noises, sounds and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not. Sometimes 1,000 twangling instruments will hum about mine ears, and sometimes voices that, if I then had waked after long sleep, will make me sleep again. And then, in dreaming, the clouds methought would open and show riches ready to drop upon me, that when I waked I cried to dream again." Caliban says here, he gives the information to Stephano that do not be afraid. Do not get afraid. This island is full of musical sounds. This island is full of musical sounds. Sounds and sweet tunes which give pleasure, and they do not do any harm. They do no harm. They do no harm at all. Sometimes, now he tells about himself, Sometimes I hear the mixed sounds of 1,000 musical instruments played together. Sometimes I hear the mixed sounds of 1,000 musical instruments played together, and sometimes I hear voices which, even if I had woken up after long sleep, would put me to sleep. And sometimes I see dreams in which I see the clouds open and show riches that would fall into my hands. On waking up from such a dream, I want to be back in the dream again. So loud the music are. So sweet so melodious the music are. Stefano says, this will prove a brave kingdom to me, where I shall have my music for nothing. Stefano says, this will prove a good kingdom for me, where I can hear music without paying anything, free of cost. Caliban says, when Prospero is destroyed, you can hear music without paying anything, without any money, without any cost. But when the Prospero is killed, Stefano says, there shall be by and by. I remember the story. He will be killed in a short time. I remember what you told me. Trinculo says, the sound is going away. Let's follow it and after do our work. Trinculo says, the musical sound is going away. Let us follow it and afterwards we can do our work. We will kill Prospero. Stefano says, lead master, we will follow. I could see this tabor he lays it on. Stefano says, lead master, we will follow. I wish I could see the player of the tabor. Who is the player of the tabor? I want to see. He plays fast and passionately. Trinculo says, to Caliban will come. I will follow Stefano. Trinculo says to Caliban, will you come? I will follow Stefano. Excellent. After that, they went from the scene. And what happened after that? You will study in Act 3, Scene 3, which will be the last scene of your portion of this year. Thank you so much, students. Thank you so much.